Morning, good evening, wherever you might be in the world. This is Don Oshman, Editor-in-Chief of HideNet Publications. Welcome to another edition of the HideNet Week in Review. It's Sunday, March 25th, 2018. Happy Palm Sunday. In Europe, Andrea Gualda reports from Italy that the cow market is still down, $1.05 euros for North German, 25 and up. Northern Italian cows sold for under a euro per kilo. And Italian tanners are trying to buy Brazilian, not too hard they're not trying to buy, TR1 CFR for 80 cents a kilo. South German bulls were up a little bit, which is interesting. But generally speaking, the cow market is the worst drag on the European prices because, as was the case with American cow producers, the European cow in Hong Kong, or before Hong Kong, the European cow producers have not been able to liquidate their productions, and it's pushing the prices down. And it's tough to find buyers. We talk about that. Andrea talks about that in detail in this week's European report. Also, some good news on some of the European countries like Hermes and Puma and Echo all reported better earnings. That's also discussed in this week's European report on the HideNet website. North America, prices were generally steady on low volume. Even the cow market seemed to bounce a little bit. In Hong Kong, reports came of the Shalta meeting. We have news on that. And on the Global Leather Coordinating Committee, we've got a report on that in this week's United States Week in Review. Also a story about the growth and change in the Mexican cattle industry and the World Leather Congress in Quixie. There was a summit meeting there of the Chinese industry. And a packer in the western part of the United States called Bartels closed after 120 years. Sorry to hear about that. Vidal Bosch sold in Spain, which was a good buyer of a lot of American splits back in the day. And the largest cattle feeder in Canada, and one of the world's largest, was JBS owned it, and that sale has been gone through now, finalized and closed. United States cattle and feed is up 9%, placements are up 7%. Export sales had a multi-week low, probably a multi-year low, and that's reported on and discussed in this week's market report, as well as export sales and export shipments. In our forecast and market observations, which is headline, What's Cheap? Are hides cheap at this price? We discussed that. From Brazil, Ronald Gualda reports in Novo Hamburgo, he's back there now after visiting APLF, that TR1 is 85 to 90 cents for the best qualities, and buyers are trying at 80 cents, and there's not many of those, but so far we don't know of any, again, top line TR1 that's actually sold at that price. But they're trying. Fresh raw hides are down in Brazil, about 8 reales to $1.74 a kilo now. And most tanners from Brazil who went to APLF and other countries too were disappointed about their sales results. There's just a lack of demand affecting all markets from all countries. In Argentina, raw prices remain unchanged still for many weeks. In Paraguay, wet blue is moving okay. There's an issue in Brazil about JBS failing to comply with the CADE terms, and ramifications of that are discussed. And Colombia reports cattle slaughter for January, and the local Guanajuato, I can never pronounce that, in Mexico, footwear brands diversify through exports. That's the sum and substance, the headlines, you might say, for what happened in these countries, these sectors, these continents in the hide market this last week. But if you want to get the real scoop, and also what goes on in leather industry, this week in leather, our other production, and also our international report, just go to HideNet.com, sign up for a free trial, or better yet, sign up for a subscription, and see why readers in over 60 countries around the world rely on HideNet every week for their market information. Thanks for watching.